Officer Ken Lamb, he's real. He's got a name, he's got a badge. He's not a hero. And he wants every police officer to be known as that. Because we all come to work, we want to do the right thing. And that's why we became police officers.
7:12, welcome back to BT. The world is talking about the way that Constable Ken Lamb took down the driver of that van from the van attack Monday in Toronto. We're going to talk more about it right here on BT this morning with former Delta Chief Jim Cessford. Welcome to BT.
Thank you.
So I know that Constable Ken Lamb doesn't want to be called a hero. What do you think? Was he? You have experience with training officers, with diffusing situations. Was he just a cop doing his job, or is he a hero?
I think he's a hero, but he's not going to see it that way. He'll see that he was doing his job. He's well aware of all the trauma and the carnage that was left behind before he actually took the suspect down. And there's probably so many things going through his mind that he would never see himself as being a hero.
So what was going through his mind, and what did he do that was so right?
Well, he obviously he was very well aware of the situation. His situational awareness was excellent, and he worked his way through it. He's got several use of force options available to him. One of them, you can see he's got his baton in his hand. He also has his firearm ready. So he's looking at, he's assessing the situation, and he's considering what use of force option to use next. And you can see at one point he had his gun out, another point he had his baton out, and he was considering what he was going to have to use to resolve the situation. And ultimately, he talked his way through it. He made the approach, and he physically took down the subject and resolved the situation and ended it right there. So he did a tremendous job. He had all of these options available to him, and he chose the right option that he thought would work in this particular situation.
Well, Jim, you're a trained hostage negotiator. How important in a crisis situation like this is active listening? Because I'm thinking in the driver's case, he's not there to listen, he's there to talk and express the anxiety. How important is active listening in this?
Oh, it's critical, and that's one thing that's a key to negotiation when you're negotiating with suspects, is you've got to listen to what they've got to say. And the more they talk, the more they vent, obviously, and they get their feelings and express themselves. Also, there's things that we can pick up from them and maybe come to some conclusion as to why they're in the situation that they're in. And so active listening is critical. And the constable did a great job in this particular situation. And you'll note in the video that he had the presence of mind to go to the police vehicle and shut off the siren, which was a great thing to do, because the siren would agitate the subject, and also it would make it difficult to communicate with the subject. So he shut the siren off. He had the presence of mind to do all of these things. He did an outstanding job. He's a hero in my mind, but surely he doesn't see himself as being one.
But how do you prepare for the moment? Because I'm thinking, I look at this scenario. Time is your enemy. It's a split-second decision, and how do you train officers, and training you saw over the years, to prepare them for the enormity of every second counts here?
We can prepare them to make the ultimate decision and to respond that way in a crisis situation, but we give them the best possible training that we can. We bring in actors, and we challenge them at every turn during the training sessions. We do real-life scenario-based training, and we challenge them, and we'll really force them. We'll scream and yell at them and do everything we can to simulate a real-life situation. And if we can prepare them, get them ready to deal with a situation like this, then we've done our job. Constable Lamb obviously received excellent training, and he listened to what he was, through the training, and responded very, very well in this situation.
Jim, there are comparisons being made with the frequency that American police officers, American police force use their firearms. In this case, is this just an example of a great cop just anywhere in the world, or is there, I dare say, superior training happening in Canada?
Well, I've trained police in the United States as well on hostage negotiation and commanding high-risk incidents, so they get extensive training as well in the United States. I suppose the one thing that may be a little different in the United States relative to the use of firearms is the gun laws in the United States compared to those in Canada. And we don't encounter as many situations with firearms in Canada as they do in the United States. So it's a little more difficult for the police there, but they get extensive training as well. And You know, our officers, I'm proud to say that we've done a tremendous job here in Canada, and our officers do great work. And Constable Lamb did an outstanding job in this particular situation, for sure.
Well, if there's any silver lining in such a devastating tragedy, this is it, and a great example to learn from. Jim Cessford, once again.